I'll go ahead and start right now. So, all right,
Uh,
guys. So, here today we have OVA, first ever sponsored player by Hookshot Gaming. What's up, OVA? How's it going today?
Yo, 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 yo. I'm doing all right.
That's
Doing
awesome,
pretty
man.
well, actually.
Hey, well is better than okay. Thanks for taking the time to chat today. Just wanted to let everybody kind of get a feel for who you are. I get asked a lot of questions about you. Everybody sees that you're
Exciting.
sponsored. Yeah, they do. They're like, "Oh, Wumbo sponsors somebody. Let's go." So I wanted to give everybody an opportunity just to get to know you a little bit better. So tell us a little bit about yourself, OVA, where you're from, and kind of what you're doing right now in the Smash scene.
All right, so I'm from, as most of you might know, I'm from New York City. Born from Harlem, New York City. Just had to put that out there, represent.
There you go.
But in the Smash scene, I kind of just started like literally in 2019. Probably the first game I really got this competitive or this far in. And I'm just aiming to be, one of the best, like most people, I guess, specifically with Mega Man.
Yeah. What? Speaking of what drew you to Mega Man? Like, I'm sure you said this is the first game you've really been competitive in. So you booted it up, and what drew you to start playing Mega Man?
It's actually funny because I had like a character crisis at first, and I was using Wolf just with like friendlies and stuff, and then I switched to Captain Falcon. But then by the time I actually owned the game, I made Corrin, and then I switched to Mega Man. But what drew me to Mega Man specifically was just the fact that he stands out, kind of like no one really uses him, and I'm kind of that person that likes to just go with the what I don't like to go with the crowd in a way. Like I kind of
Yeah.
just want to go with a character that's just separate from what everybody else picks. And I used to be a Mega Man fan. I mean, not used to be. I am a Mega Man fan, but like I used to play the Mega Man games growing up. I'm from the '90s and stuff, so it was definitely around my childhood. And
It,
the
that
fact
makes
that
sense.
like he's in the game, what the hell? That was hype as well when I found out. And I love the way his game style is. It's literally just as if you're playing the Mega Man game itself. So fits perfectly. And I
I,
just kind of grew into him, trying to like practice, looking at the like YouTube death and stuff like that, learning from different stuff like the discords and stuff like that.
I remember when I didn't play Smash 4, but I remember watching the release trailer, and it was pretty hype, and I was like, yo, Mega Man's in the game, like that's pretty dope. Cuz
Yeah,
as the same way, like I grew up playing Mega Man as well. So I absolutely love the Mega Man games. So definitely and I like what you said, like kind of going against the crowd or like the flow of people. There aren't that many Mega Man mains, and I feel like he's a really solid character, and I don't think that there's a very like deep understanding for his meta. So all the better for you, man. Like that makes you even stand out even more because as you get better and better, you're kind of developing the character and pushing it in a direction that nobody's really ever seen.
right. Thank you.
I Mega Man's got such like a I don't know, like a locked in feel. Like it's only for him. Like I cannot imagine playing Mega Man and then be like, okay, now I'm gonna go play the like any other character in the game. It's got to be tough.
Yeah, because it's just so like you said earlier, it's just so much tech that comes with Mega Man.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Like I'm pressing a lot of different buttons just
Yeah,
to get like one
yes.
confirming.
So I know we've all been stuck inside for quite a while, and with
Yep.
IRL's coming back finally, which is great. What's kind of what's your hopes and ambitions now that the offline era is over?
Um. Well, I'm still trying to like to maintain that goal, to be one of the best, and just grow my gameplay constantly. Definitely want to continue trying to be one of the best Mega Mans. I feel like I got a lot of work to do, but it's possible. And if I stay focused, I'm gonna go for it. So
Definitely, I feel like that was one of the things when I was kind of like looking for people, right? Is like you always have that grind and you always have like that drive to get better. And sometimes I see a lot of players kind of throw Johns around or like, oh man, like I hate that matchup or oh
yeah,
man, like
all the
Steve's so
time, man. I
lame.
get it.
Yeah, but like, I never felt like you really do that. You're just like, oh man, I gotta learn that matchup, and I feel like that's the right mindset that you have to push yourself to be at that top level, that pinnacle of gameplay.
Yeah, it took a lot of what you call it, meditation, I guess you could say, because
Yeah.
I did used to have like a bad mindset, which used to screw me over a lot. But it's just growth, as I said. As you continue to figure out what's wrong with your gameplay, you start to see that losing your mindset of trying to win and just tilting and stuff like that, or making excuses, it messes you up.
It's amazing to me how much at top level Smash, like you have to have such a growth mindset. Like you really have to be able to, uh, you know, reflect on yourself and reflect on your emotions and everything. Like it's literally being like a pro sports player. Like you have to have such
Seriously.
control over your emotions and your mindset and everything. It's absolutely insane. And I think a lot
Yeah,
of people forget about that portion of gameplay.
exactly. Because it's basically when I underperform, that's where I feel like I'm most frustrated on. It's not even against the other player. I just more frustrated in my underperformance, or I feel like I could have done better. You know. And I know there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that do root for me. Like I have friends that root for me when I do these tournaments too and stuff. So I just I want to make everyone proud, as well
Yeah,
as myself.
absolutely, man. Sometimes the L's aren't even that bad if you get beat by like a better player. You're just like, if you played well, you don't feel as bad. But yeah, when you sometimes you walk in a bracket and go like, 1-2 or 2-2, you're just like, oh man, like I could have done better.
Yeah, those scores, man, haunting.
Yeah, haunting. That's right. What did it mean to you when you finally got sponsored?
I was very overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was just in shock and disbelief, I guess you could say, and a lot of awe. But it was cool to know, like I was always telling my friends and stuff like, "Yo, I want to like play this game. I'm doing great so far, and eventually I want to get sponsored." And then voila, I eventually get sponsored, and it was just great news. It made me feel like I'm doing something right. So for me to continue on and not give up.
Absolutely. And like I think it's that first like step that you're like, all right, now this is where things like really start.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
No
such a big thing.
pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure. No pressure.
I'm kidding.
Oh man. But I always felt like you had the right mindset, and there was never a question in my mind. Like the first person that came to mind always was like, oh yeah, at OVA he's going places. So we gotta sponsor this guy. We gotta get some money behind this man. But it's been a pleasure getting to work with you, man. And
Yo,
I really hope
always.
that Hookshot Gaming and OVA can continue to have a really awesome partnership, because I feel like you'll definitely go places, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate the reinforcement you guys bring, the positive reinforcement.
No, absolutely, man. You got a great community of people that care behind you.
Yeah,
So
shout out to the Wumbo community.
let's
Shout
go.
out to Hero Shade, helping with the grind. And shout out to my boy AC Redden helping as well.
The boy hero shade. So you have a new player coming into the Smash scene,
Hmm.
and they want some advice from you. What's like
Gotcha.
the best 1 to 2 sentence advice that you could give them?
If you really want to learn, have fun with it.
I think it's important to remember, like, Smash is obviously it's a competitive game to most people. Of course there's a casual scene, but mostly competitive, right? And I think at the end of the day, like, you have to remember to have fun with it, because if you're not having fun, then why are you doing it in the first place?
Exactly. You're just stressing yourself out.
Exactly. I even think Bestness, he took a break because I'm really sure that he felt that way. Like he was on such a grind, and I think he just kind of lost the spark and the fun behind it, and I think that's why he's been taking a break from
Yeah, it's
Smash.
kind of like it's a burnout for sure. Like I've even had to take breaks a couple of times when I was just like underperforming myself, or I'm
Yeah,
not saying best that's underperformed, but just eventually everyone just has a burnout and they just don't want to play the game at that point.
Yeah, man, it happens. It's a tough game. Like I mentioned, you know, your mental's got to be on point. There's that pressure to perform really well, and you know, high level competitive Smash. It's not for everybody. And I think most people, you forget all that goes into it, all the little facets, all the little, you know, small things that they've done to get to that point, and then the pressure within those moments and the mental fortitude that they have. It's crazy. It's crazy. I respect you guys more so in Ultimate than I think I did Melee players, because Melee, you're rewarded a lot more for good tech, and mind games, and you know, outplaying each other is very important. But at Ultimate, tech is a lot less of a focus. So being able to outplay your opponent is even more important.
Right. I feel like that's definitely like the goal in general, to always try to outplay, which is why the mindset is very important.
Yeah, man. I don't know how some of you guys do it. And we got to play, maybe it's like 3 weeks ago, and I remember I was like, oh dude, OVA's got way better. Like I was like, oh man, the gap is becoming apparent.
Yeah, those games were fun too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
It's been a while, you know. Yeah.
Was there any last words that you wanted to say, or anything that you want to share with everybody before we get off here this evening?
I just want to say thank you again, Wumbo, for the opportunity. Hookshot Gaming, thank you as well. To everybody else, you know, like I said, if you really want to keep going at it and you really love this game and enjoy it, and you want to be a top player, do it and stay with that mindset. Don't stop. Don't give up.
Absolutely. Great words there, man. I 100% agree. Half the battle is just not giving up, especially in this game.
Yep. A lot of learning the matchups. It's really how much you want it. You got to really work for it, like anything else.
Exactly. Nothing worth having comes easy. That's what my dad used to say.
I agree.
100%. Well, thanks for your time, Mr. OVA. I appreciate you.
You're ready,
have a great
bro.
day, my dude.
You too. Thank you again.